Good morning, people. How are you doing? This is Scott. That is Bo. There is Cricket lying next to Bo, almost nose to nose. It's almost too cute. Today is the 24th day. Huh, I got that right, too. It's two days in a row. 24th day of April 2024. It's about 8 o'clock in the morning, almost dead straight up. Quick video before I start putting news up on the website, and then maybe write something, and then do a video a little bit later on about what's going on in the world today. This is just about me. It's all about me, which I don't do very often, but oh no, it's the Gabby. I like how she looks at me on the screen. I think she's looking at a camera. No, you can't pee on that either. Don't pee on it. Don't pee on anything while I'm doing a video about me. It's like a time bomb walking around the house. A little black furry time bomb that screams. What are we talking about? Me! Okay, just very quickly. First thing is, I'm not going to be making a video tomorrow morning. I'll try to put some news up real quick, but I have to go see the surgeon, the orthopedic people, and that's going to be early in the morning. So I don't know what I'm going to do afterwards. I might be depressed. They might just say, fuck you in the knees you walked in on. Who knows? That's two different videos I was able to work that into. I hope you appreciate it. So that's going to be the first thing tomorrow. It's weird. It's like, you know, I keep seeing all these people, like, you know, like 80s. I found an 80s station, and I turned the 80s station on fucking Prime. What? I turned the 80s station on Prime, and the bastards show in one picture how these artists looked back when I was in the 80s and listening to them, and then in the next picture right beside it, how they look now. I'm like, why do y'all do that? God, Jesus. So I feel old. And of course, that's what happens when you get old. It's like an old car. Pieces keep, you know, having to be replaced until you don't even have the same car anymore. And I'm kind of attached to these knees. I've had them. I've known them for a while. So we'll see how it goes. Anyway, that's tomorrow. The second thing I want to talk about, since we're talking about me, is not really about me. It's about, that's DSP, by the way. I'm doing a DSP impersonation. It's about, what are you doing? Ow, why are you attacking me? I thought I had a dog to deal with things like this. Never work with cats. Never work with animals and kids. So here's the situation. It was brought to my attention yesterday afternoon by on BB that comments have been turned off in my last video, the one I made yesterday. Also, they have been turned off in the one before that. And I'll show you which ones I'm talking about here, if I can. These two. Of course, the one with the this post gets 5 anti-Semitisms out of 5 from the ADL. Of course, those two videos, comments have been turned off. I posted this brief statement. I don't turn comments off, and I had no idea. There was nothing sent to me from YouTube in my emails, and there was no statement about this on my YouTube studio page. None whatsoever. So I was at a loss to figure out why that was. Now, I didn't know at the time where you even turn comments on and off. But however, this morning I went and took a look, and deep inside the analytics page, and deep in, so you can pull up all you can pull up your videos, and you can check out your individual videos, and then go into the settings for them, and then there's a deeper setting, show more setting. You go way down at the bottom of the page, and you find the comment section. stipulations. And I turned them back on. Good morning. As you can see, guess what? I can change the comment setting in the analytics page in some kind of fucking emoji. I did that for this one, and I did that for this one. Now, this could be problematic for me. I especially did it for this one because there were already 2 comments. I give them a thumbs up and like them, and I'll give them this guy. Dude, come on, man. There are plenty of fucking Jewish people who are denouncing this shit. But that's a comment that's on the website, so there you go. Give myself a thumbs up. So I was able to turn them back on. This one had been turned off after these people had already left comments. Those aren't today. There's a day ago. So the question is, what happened? And the answer is quite simple. If you Google YouTube turned off, why did YouTube turn off comments on my video? You will find a link to this. Number 1, first response. This is from QQTube. I found references to them doing this going back to 2019. And here's the reality. Reasons why YouTube comments aren't working. One thing is the video is made for kids. I have it clicked on there that this video is not made for kids, so that's not the one. The video has been flagged for review. That's the one. If YouTube is in the process of determining whether or not a video violates their policies, the comment sections may be disabled. If their decision is favorable, they will re-enable comments once they've finished their review. The other option is the video has already violated YouTube's community guidelines, which neither of those videos have. I make it very specific. This is not about people being aggressive or being hateful towards Jewish people. In fact, it's talking about the protest, both talking about the protests, and saying that the protesters, 99.999% of them are very inclusive and very supportive. And I even showed you a video in yesterday's fucking video. I showed you a video from London where numbers of Jewish people are marching alongside in solidarity with the Palestinian supporters, the people who support Palestine and the people in Gaza. They want a ceasefire. They want an end to the fucking genocide. I showed you that. And I told you that one individual, I showed you a clip from TYT, and I showed you a clip from some woman saying we have a Zionist in the camp and we're going to all hold hands and keep the Zionist out. And I told you specifically what that was about making Jewish people feel uncomfortable there because their presence sends a powerful message that it isn't about anti-Semitism. So there is nothing, and I mean nothing, that violates YouTube's community guidelines in either of those 2 videos. However, they were both flagged. They were both flagged. The one talking about the Palestinian solidarity demonstrations and the one talking about that jackass making hateful comments. That Zionist making hateful comments talking about hurting people who simply want to bring an end to the genocide in Gaza. Neither of those 2 are anti-Semitic. Neither of those 2 violate YouTube's community guidelines. However, they had been flagged, probably mass reported. Now, what does this mean? I've turned them back on myself manually. What does that mean? And I'm going to put this video on YouTube because I'm an idiot. What does that mean? That means in all likelihood, there's a possibility that YouTube will go ahead and decide that those 2 videos violate community standards, and I'll immediately have 2 strikes. And if I keep doing what I'm doing, I'm sure eventually I'll have the 3rd. YouTube has gotten better since Susan WikiWiki hit the road. They've gotten much better, and I'm not the only YouTube channel to say that. There's a lot of people out there who have noticed that YouTube's gotten better. Now, people are still watching what they say. They're still speaking in code, speaking in tongues, because of monetization. They don't want to be demonetized. They don't want to be, the algorithm to punish them, because that's how they make their money. And so that's fine. However, you will see more. You do see more and more. I'll give you the example of the only example I can give you is my own, and that is there are a number of videos that I have made in the last year that I fully expected to get a strike for and did not. In fact, turning the comments off these 2 videos, especially the one I made 2 days ago, turning the comments off of these 2 videos is mild in comparison to what I expected them to do. Now, I really didn't expect, because it's been a year and they have been more flexible when it comes to their censorship in YouTube. However, this is a sign that it might be coming back. And this is, we talked about this the last couple of days. This is a big fucking issue. This is a big issue for Zionists and people who have a vested interest in procuring some land that was formerly Palestine and converting it into resort hotels and whatever else they have planned for Palestine. So I'm sure pressure is being applied to all sorts of websites, all sorts of video sharing sites and social media sites to temper the growing swell, the groundswell of popular opinion, to put pressure on Israel to get the hell out of fucking Palestine. What's going to happen now? I turned the comments back on, knowing full well that that might infuriate the glorious algorithm and the AI, or the people who make these decisions. That might piss them off, and I don't care. Listen, I don't. BB has defended me, and some people are suggesting that I did this on myself and I did this on purpose. I did not. BB's defending me. She says I don't do that, and I won't do that. I always like the comment sections to be on. I don't read them as much as I should. I know I should. That's a fault of mine. But after spending a couple hours in here doing this and looking at this stuff, and I'd rather go fucking build a garden. It's just better for your fucking mental well-being. However, I recognize that people leave comments and they want that interaction, and I want that interaction, so I'm glad to have it. And I'm glad to have the feedback, good or bad. So I would never turn comments off. And that's why I was pissed off. I went back and looked at a couple of the videos. There's a couple of videos that have 0 comments, so I pulled them up and looked. One was a video game thing I put up, but another one was something about Biden, Genocide Joe. So I pulled that up and looked. Comments are turned on. It's just nobody left a comment on that, and that's fine. I don't know how far back this goes. This might be, I mean, you can tell from, like I said, you can see that YouTube has done this since 2019 at least, maybe even before. But this might be a subject matter that they are going to pay more close attention to as tensions build on college campuses with young people. Israel stated I think I covered it about 3 weeks ago, that they are really concerned about losing a generation of supporters because of this. Young people are really pissed off about it. Young people really are sympathetic and empathizing with the people of Palestine, the people of Gaza. And they are losing ground. The PR war is losing ground in terms of support for Israel's outrageous policies. That being said, it makes sense that YouTube would be doing this. I don't know. I didn't look to see if this is happening to other content creators. I hate to use that word. Other channels covering this situation. I doubt they would do it to large channels because they make them so much money. However, they might. I don't know. I'm not ever going to turn comments off on a video or an article that I write. I will say this, however, and I just want this to be painfully clear. There must be a sense of decorum. You can argue with whoever the fuck you want. You can pretty much say whatever the fuck you want, as long as you don't call for threats of violence. And I used to leave comments up when they were leaving threats of violence towards me. I don't give a shit. People email me and ask me for my address all the time. I don't give a shit. Come on by. If that's what you feel. If that's how motivated you are, come on by. I don't give a shit. I mean, obviously, I don't want problems with people. I'm fucking old and I got bad knees and I can hardly breathe. But you know what? If that makes you feel better, you do what you do you. Okay, I'll do me. You do you. But you leave threats of violence towards other people, leaving comments and stuff like that, which I don't get a lot of on my website, or BitChute or YouTube, or I don't get a lot of that. But there's going to be a sense of decorum, meaning don't call women the C word. Don't do that. That's just tacky. That's like calling somebody who's black the N word, or calling somebody who's gay or has a different lifestyle the F word, or calling someone Jewish the K word. What the fuck? Be a little better than that. You know, dig deep. Pull out a thesaurus. Do the work. And don't go for the lazy, cheap fucking shit. Especially the C word. I was raised by a fucking single mother who was helped by her single mother, my grandmother. Don't know. That's no. I'm not going to tolerate that shit ever. And that will get you gone. But those two things are pretty much it. Comments. I believe in free speech, and I think free speech is great. But shit like that. Now, if you're Australian and you want to call some dude a cunt, be my guest. It means something totally different in Australia. However, not women, Australian or not, you're not going to fucking address women like that in a derogatory manner. And in that tone, not going to happen. Just not. But aside from that, big supporter of people sharing information with each other, sharing comments with each other, having a discussion. Big proponent of it, always have been, always will be. I turned on the comments. We will see what that does. But as I've said, and as QQTube has said, and made it clear, in all likelihood, the reason they did this was I've been flagged for review. Does that mean I was mass reported? Probably. They put you on the megaphone, and you know, when there's something that they want to mass flag or mass report, they put you out on the megaphone, and all of a sudden you got 50 people coming there sending nasty comments to YouTube about you. And that's okay. Their views count too. Even though I'm not monetized, they count for something. But in all likelihood, that's what's going on. Which means in all likelihood, those 2 videos may be gone, and me turning comments back on might, in fact, be the last straw. And I might be out for a couple weeks. I hope not, but if that's the case, that's the case. And if that is the case, and I'm gone for a couple weeks, at least now you'll know why. All right. Now, hopefully they will come to the decision that obviously my videos are not fucking violation of community guidelines. Whether or not I looked around and found a way to turn my comments back on and up. But you know, posts need comments. People want a chance to be heard, to leave their thoughts and opinions, and that's more than welcome on my Blogspot thing, on my Substack thing, on my fucking BitChute thing, on my YouTube thing. Those are more than welcome. They are appreciated. And if I end up getting a strike or 2 because I said, you know, screw you, YouTube, I'm not in violation of shit, I'm turning my comments back on, so be it. Okay? That just is what it is. And we'll see. It's not that I'm doing anything special. It's just I'm too stupid for self-preservation. I want that on my tombstone. He was too stupid for self-preservation. So, tomorrow, snip, snip, snip. They're gonna look at my knees and decide just how badly I've treated them. Why? Because I was, throughout my career when I was able to work, I was too stupid for self-preservation. These are the chains these are the chains I forged in life. So there you go. Anyway, thank you for your time. Just wanted you to know that's what happened, and I'll see you next time. Bye.